Hey friends, it's Steph. Hope you're all having a good weekend. So my mat board came in this last week. This is the size of it. Y'all, if you think, oh, I'll just order this 50 pack, that's not very much. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's a lot, and it weighs about 5 pounds when you pick it up. Really good quality. This one was the top piece, so it got a little banged up, but I mean, obviously I can still use it. The rest of them are in really good condition. So I just wanted to show y'all that. I got that at Amazon. There was 50 of them for about $24. They do have smaller packs if you don't want to buy that much, but I thought, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get it, so I might as well get what I will probably use. So I have started, I have here this wall here that goes into the kitchen of the Lucy apartment. I figured that would be the best starting place for us. So what I did, and y'all know I think on things after I start them. I think, and then I usually change my mind about 12 times. So I have decided I am going to use this door for the kitchen door. Just, you know, it's a fun swinging door, y'all. So I'm going to use this one. It is the right scale. I measured everything, so because you know I was second guessing myself. This is 1/12 scale. I did see some at Hobby Lobby, and you know those are pre-measured. They are labeled very well. This one came from Temu, so I'm always skeptical of the stuff I get from Temu. But this is absolutely 1/12 scale, so we're going to use this as the door into the kitchen. So I have the wall here. This is the wall, and I have sketched out, this is going to be our window. So you can see door here, window here. Above this is a shelf of some sort. You know, I'll probably put it up at just a tad higher, just so you'll be able to see better. But again, we'll see how it comes together, you know. So I had, you know, we've got all these little fiddly bits that go on these walls and on the doors and everything. So what I decided to do, now this is the kitchen door, so it's done. All I'm going to have to do is paint it. I did look up, oh my gosh, y'all, let me go find her channel real quick. Somebody left a comment about a lady's channel that does tours of the homes of, you know, famous houses. You know, like she has the Andy Griffith show on there. She has Lucy on there. She has, I think she had 8 is Enough house on there. She has all kinds on there. And y'all, it is the coolest channel I've ever seen. I've never been much for like celebrities and stuff. You know, it just, I don't know. I just not. I like some of their acting, obviously, but other than that, you know, I don't follow celebrities or anything like that. But I do love their houses. I think that they're so cool. So her channel is Marina Coates Mockingbird Lane. I will link that in the description. Here's what her channel looks like if y'all can see it. But she has amazing Green Acres house tour, Seinfeld apartment, I Love Lucy, Frasier, Everybody Loves Raymond. Very interesting channel. Oh my gosh, I loved it. And you will be happy to know, guys, I do not have to use boring beige in our Lucy apartment because it was actually blue. She also does an interview with the guy who plays Little Ricky. Gosh, for some reason, his name is just escaping me right now. But he gave a great interview, and it just was amazing. She did their house, the apartment. She did the country house, and it just was wonderful. I loved watching it. and everything. Gosh, why can I not remember his name, y'all? I hate when I do that. Keith Thibodeau, maybe that's his name. I think that's his name. But he played Little Ricky from the older Little Ricky on until the show ended. And he had some great memories of it. And she does a little short video with him on her channel. And then I believe she has like a podcast or another channel or something like that. So that's just a little bit of background, but it was very interesting. And I don't know why the museum would not have done everything in the colors they used for the show. So it was really interesting, but it was blue. So I'm so happy, y'all, because I love blue. So we're going to do blue for our painting. Obviously, we're a long ways from painting yet. Okay, so went to Hobby Lobby. Y'all know I can't not go to Hobby Lobby when I take my husband to his doctor's appointments. So I went, and I did not get to Home Depot, but they had these at Hobby Lobby, and they are just, they come in a set of 2 for $1.99. I thought that was very reasonable. And so I think what I'm going to do is just use 1 instead of 2, and so this will go here. Now imagine, if you will, I'll fiddle with it and see how it's going to go. But you know, obviously this window is going to be framed out, so this is just a tad bit smaller than what the window is, but I'm going to frame it out with these stir sticks, so that will take up the rest of that space. And I think I am just going to put these in there permanent. You know, they're not going to be movable or anything. I just felt like 2 of these is just too bulky to put in there and put hinges on them. I do have some little hinges, but I just don't think I'm going to do that. But y'all know I change my mind on a lot of things, but I think it's going to work out well. I obviously won't be able to finish this just yet because I have to do a countertop right here. I did have to kind of fiddle with the scale a little bit, y'all, but because these are a little bit bigger than I had planned. So now let's talk about our mat board door, because obviously it's flat. It needs the y'all, I still haven't looked up what that's called, the decorative parts on the door to make it just look more interesting. You know, it adds interest and detail. So I got to thinking about it. I have, and I already took the tags off, but these also came from Hobby Lobby. They are normally $4.49, but I always buy things at Hobby Lobby when it's on sale. If you live near a Hobby Lobby, you can see what's on sale ahead of time because you can look at the website and look at their sale ad. I don't live near one. The closest one to me, they're all 2 hours away, going in both directions. So when I was there at some point in time, I purchased these. These are rectangle wood pieces, and you see you get a lot. There's 135 pieces in here. So I thought about these. I also have a bag of square ones. Okay. So as I was thinking about these doors, I was like, oh my gosh, I have those wooden pieces. Those will work great. Y'all, they do work great. So I have these bigger pieces are going to go on this door. This door is going to be the closet door though. So we're going to put 2 of these, and then 2 square ones on there. But these right here that I have, you'll notice in the picture, we have 2 thin rectangle pieces and 1 wider rectangle piece. So what I'm going to do is I have these 2 smaller ones are going to go here on the sides. Can you see that? Let me move that up some. And then this one I'm going to have to cut down a little bit, but it's going to go here in the middle. So it will look very similar to that. And you can see my spacing is pretty good. I think it's going to work out fine. My main goal is that if we look at this room, it's automatically recognizable as Lucy's apartment. That's my goal for this build. I'm not so much, oh my gosh, is my scale absolutely perfect? Are the walls absolutely perfect? I'll just make myself a crazy person if I try to do that. So I'm not going to do that. So as you can see, this is going to come together. It's going to look just like this, and I'm going to have to do this shelf here. I don't think from this decorative piece up, I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to do these parts here and down. I did decide to inset this where the piano is because I think that piano is just too bulky. And y'all, I just don't want to spend any more money on another piano because I've gotten this one and I got the one from Temu that was too small. So I just don't want to spend any more money on this. And so I did take you guys' recommendations and what I'm going to do, because obviously when you look at this, this is above that windowsill. It's not even with the piano. So what I decided to do is on the back wall, I'm just going to lower that window down behind the piano to where it should be. The door will line up with that and it's going to be perfect. So, well, we won't say the word perfect, but we're going to go with that. You remember I hauled these little white artist erasers from Temu before? They work great. I've paid a lot more for them, like at Walmart, to get one eraser. This was a great buy. So if you haven't bought these little rubber type erasers, they come in blue wrappers. These are great. They worked really well. You can't really tell. I've erased this several times because I had to keep redrawing. Up close you can see it, but that's going to be cut out anyway. But just to show you how well it does erase very well. So I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do right now, I think what I'd like to do is let's glue our bits onto our closet door. And then we will cut out our... while this is drying, we will cut out our window and our door spot on this wall that's going to be going into the kitchen. All right, so my favorite glue, Eileen's Quick Dry Tacky Glue. It works great. I love that it stands upside down because you never have to wait for the glue to come down. If you don't have this and you do have a glue that doesn't stand on its end like this, I did get this little glue stand from Temu, and your glue just, here's another glue I have that doesn't fit real well, but that's what your glue would do. So if you have like the gold bottle of Eileen's Tacky Glue, it'll fit in there, and then it's always ready to go for you because it sits in there upside down. I have used that and I do like it. I usually keep my super glue in it, not this Gorilla Glue stuff, but I do have a Gorilla Glue super glue that has a narrow top on it, and it fits perfectly on there. So I had already dug out the pieces for this door, and if you'll notice, we'll stick these here. I always do refer back to my picture just because I like having that reference point. It just helps me to stay where I need to be, like with, you know, where my doorknob is and everything. I haven't decided what I'm going to use for a doorknob yet. I had these, oh, I don't know what I did with them. I have them sitting right here. I had these little things. I may try one. These look a lot. Oh, no, those aren't my little door things. Those are my chess pieces. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm losing my mind. But anyways, the little doorknobs I have look a lot like these pawn pieces. That's why I thought that's what that was. But I think I'm going to use those. I got them in 2 different colors, and I think they might work well as a doorknob, but I got to wait and see. So, and then, of course, I took from the square packet because those top ones are square. We have 4 rectangles, 2 squares. I'm going to bring this down just a touch, and these down just a touch. So what do y'all think? I think those look pretty good. Can't see the bottom of the door, but I think it's going to be fine. I am going to, let me see where my little, oh, y'all, my table is such a mess. I should have cleaned it up before I started. Well, these have a little bit of burrs on them, but I think I can clean those up with my little pointy tip sanders once I get started. So we'll do that. So going to just put a little glue on here. Okay. That's going to go right there. This one is, some of these pieces are very warped, y'all, I will tell you. But, you know, when you get little cheap bits of wood, that can happen sometimes. So I probably, because this one's warped a little bit, I'm going to use one of my little clamps on it to hold it in place. Of course, that messed up my whole door, y'all. Let me get another one for these other pieces. My child was playing with these. I don't even know what she was creating, but she told me she was creating something, and so, yeah, I had to find all my stuff. All right, some more glue on this one. So while I'm doing this, I will tell y'all, so if you've seen the IKEA dollhouse, it is super cute. And I bought one to make for my granddaughter for Christmas. So probably we're going to work on this apartment until around October. And then we're going to switch over just for a brief amount of time, because I think I'm just going to do the decorating, and I'm going to get her, I think I'm going to do those little Sylvanian families. Has anybody bought those? I think they have them at Walmart, or they have a version of them that I saw the other day. I don't think they did not say Sylvanian families on them. Okay, guys, you see this one? This one is really warped, so I don't know that it's going to work. I'm going to try to put 2 clamps on here and see if maybe that'll hold it down. We'll see how it does. All right, now this one is acting crazy. Come on, guys. Let's see. I don't have anything else to hold that far in. I thought I had some bigger clamps, but I don't. So we'll just try this one. Let's see how it goes. I can always add more glue. Okay. So we'll put this one. The hardest part is lining them up and making sure that they're straight. And y'all know I'm an eyeballer, and that gets me in trouble quite a bit. So let's see, that's got to come down just a touch. And I haven't decided, I have not looked for blue paint yet. I just was happy that I get to use blue paint instead of yellow paint. I don't know if I told y'all, but yellow is just not my favorite color. I love the sunshine. I do love yellow sunshine. But other than that, yellow is just, I don't wear yellow. I don't have any yellow anything in my house. I do love a good mustard yellow, but you know that Lucy's kitchen was not a mustard yellow kitchen, so I was happy not to have to use beige and yellow. So, and I can't remember, I'll have to go back and look at the video again. I took some screenshots while I was watching the video so that I could see colors when so I could go back and look at the colors without having to watch the video over and over again. I don't think I like that square one. Let me see. Those are rectangles. I think I have a better square here. Yes. This one's a little wonky cut, so let's take that one off. And again, you know, the nice thing about these, you get a lot in the package, and you can get whatever you need. And I think they're 3 different sizes, I think it said. So, all right, so this is going to be our door. You see that coming together, guys. I'm really happy that that worked out. Because I was going to cut it out of mat board, and I thought, oh my gosh, those cuts are going to have to be very precise. And yeah, y'all know. Okay, so now what I do need to do, I'm going to take these 3. These are to go at the bottom of the, underneath the kitchen wall. So I'm going to take one, make sure those are all correct. My little metal ruler. I tell y'all what, I love these metal rulers, y'all. They are the best. I got these. Let me see if I can remember which one. One I got off of Julie Warren's Etsy shop. She is based out of the UK but does ship to the US. And I got 2 rulers for about $20. That was with shipping, so I thought that was pretty good. These little blue ones I believe I got off of Amazon, and I just love them both. So get my X-Acto knife. And the thing I like about metal rulers, y'all, is you can just lay it right there and it will guide your X-Acto knife. If you hold it firmly, you're not going to have any slippage, because you certainly don't want to slip and cut your fingers or anything. That would not be fun. So I get it started. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit more. And what I like to do is I like to just put a little cut here on the side so I can see where it needs to go on the opposite side. Again, put my ruler there. Goes about right there. And that way I can, well, start there. And I tell y'all what, so this is a 3-day weekend for us. We are in the US, so I do have a 3-day weekend for Labor Day. I wish I could tell y'all I knew how Labor Day got started and everything, but I can't, so, because I don't know. I just know I get the day off. But it has been just so busy for us lately. And once school starts, it's just always busy. Our girls have football games and school activities. And while I don't have that with my school now that I'm on mine, it's still are very busy days. And my brain just seems to work overtime. But I am loving it. So, and then I think volleyball starts this next week. So not only do we have football games, but now we'll have volleyball games to go to. So, always a fun time. All right, so I've got that one. I have my smaller ones. These are, remember these guys? I hauled these and they have like a little sanding point on them. They're great. You have good control of them. You can hold them sideways and they do very well. They're nice, and it's kind of a coarse sanding block. It does very well. I would definitely buy more of these. In fact, I think I did buy more of these from Temu. I'm sure, though, they have them on Amazon. I have noticed, y'all, because I've been looking, that anything I can find on Temu, they have on Amazon as well. And sometimes you really got to check prices. The prices on Amazon are a tad cheaper than the prices on Temu. So I've really started watching that, because, you know, I know when Temu first started, oh my gosh, they had like super cheap prices, but they started going up in prices. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just to lure everybody in, get everybody addicted. Excuse the dogs. I'm so sorry, everybody. But all right, so I'm going to have to do a little editing today. Those dogs did not stop anytime soon, so they finally have stopped. So I have these 3 pieces that are for here. I've got those cut and sanded a little bit to go right there under this window. So they're going to go just like that. Now remember, there's going to be a counter that goes into the kitchen. It's very small. It's not really a counter. I guess I shouldn't call it a counter. It is more like a windowsill, but just a tad wider than what this opening is what I'm going to make it, so that this door looks natural in there. So it'll have just like a little bit of a sill there when I get ready to go. Now, you know, I found the trick of cutting just the top layer when I'm breaking it. For this, I'm not breaking, so I'm going to have to see how this goes. So here y'all are along with the ride to watch me do my mess ups. You know, things don't always go smoothly, but I like for y'all to see that too, that it's not perfect for me. I'm not going to edit this down so that all you see is the perfection. I want you to see the struggles that I have. I want you to understand sort of what my thought process is. I won't say I'll let y'all into my brain because, ooh, that'd probably scare y'all, huh? But just to go on the top little part, and I feel like even if it's a little messy on the inside there, it's going to be covered with the sticks, so I'm not going to stress about it so much. So then I just kind of go back and forth through my cut there, like up and down, like I'm cutting, oh, say, what would I cut like that? I don't even know, y'all. I just kind of move my utility knife. I hope y'all can see that. Just kind of up and down. I know it's hard to see because my hand and the utility knife are in the way. But I just make like little jagged walks of the utility knife down where I've made my initial cut right there. I do have one of these little cutting mats under here from the Dollar Tree. They're just the right size for working with miniatures, and quite honestly, for $1.25, they get glue on them, they get everything, they just get a mess, but you don't feel so bad when you've used and abused something that only cost you $1.25. Now, you can kind of see maybe my little dotted parts there. So now what I'm going to do is go to the back and take my X-Acto knife. I'm going to use my ruler again because I love these rulers. And just kind of lightly go over the top of that, okay? Lightly go over this one. Now the one on top I cannot see as well, so I did not get through as well as I would have liked to. So we'll see how this all works out for us. I love this foam core board, y'all, but it just sometimes is so fiddly. Okay, so I'm going to need to go over it again. It's starting to ease out. You can see it's starting to get its, I'm going to be able to get it out of there. So now I'll just take the X-Acto knife, go down that, because I don't have to use a ruler because I've got that trench kind of thing, you know, the cut out there, so it fits right down in there. This top piece is going to be probably a little messier because I didn't get all the way through with my first go round, but we'll see. Or I guess it's the bottom. I don't know, y'all. Yeah. It's a little messy on the back, but who's going to see the back? Nobody. Okay. Alright, we're going to get it here. See how messy it gets on the back? And I've got a few little pieces that are, the paper is hanging on there. So I'm just going to go through, get the paper off. Make sure I can get through this. There we go. This looks like it's all the way through, but it's still not coming out. I've got this one little section here at this corner with the paper. Section right there. Oh, maybe this little section here. Okay. Now let's see how that worked out. That's the bottom. Oh, y'all, I don't know what is holding on to this, but it is definitely holding on. So, you know, on the fireplace, I'm going to have to build a fireplace before we cut that one out because I want to make sure that I have the correct sizing on the fireplace. Alright, so there's our window. And you see how it's just a little messy right there, but it'll be easy enough if I don't stab myself with the X-Acto knife to go back in here and just clean that up a little bit. So I'll do that later. Okay, just take those papers off. And this is messy, y'all. So very messy. All right, and I'm going to now do the door frame. We'll cut that one. Okay. It's not the most exciting part of the build, but we obviously have to have windows and doors, so. Oh, and that went crooked. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's okay. I'm going to cover it up. Oh my goodness. Why are you doing that? Okay. And you know the nice thing about foam core board, it is very inexpensive. And while I hate to have to cut any more of it, because that is not the fun part of this project, is not the measuring and cutting of foam core board. But it's easy enough to do that if I have to, I can redo it. All right, so I've got the door cut out, the window cut out, or the pass-through, whatever we want to call that. It is technically, I guess, a window. So then what we will do is the door will go in here flush with the front. And then what I'm going to do to trim it out, because, you know, you want to cover up these edges, and it doesn't fit perfect. You see there's a little bit of, you can see through right here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but see, you can see my hand back there. So all I'm going to do is put trimming around it, just like we have trim around our doors, so you don't see the messy parts. So I will do that. I'm also going to frame out this part of the window with these. The nice thing about these stir sticks that I have, guys, they are just the right size for this foam core board. So I don't have to worry about fiddling with the edges. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some glue on our door all the way around. I know I keep telling y'all how much I love this glue, but I really do. It gets a good hold and does not take long to dry. For a tacky glue, I was pleasantly surprised with it. Okay, so I have just glued all around our door, and I'm going to put it in here. Make sure I want it flush with the front. I'm not, again, so worried about the back because we aren't going to be looking at the back. We're just going to be looking at the front. Let me clean up this glue a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to let that take a hold for a second. Let me stand it up right here while that glue just sets up for a minute. So let's talk while that's drying for just a second. Let's talk a little bit about these stir sticks. Now these are very thin stir sticks. They're very nice, and I'm going to show you. So I obviously want straight ends because for my door frames I'm not using curved. If you want curved, they're perfect. You don't have to do anything with them. But I have these nice little scissors, and honestly, y'all, I can just cut those ends right off. I could also use my miter shears, but I figured, you know, these scissors work just as well. You don't always have to have fancy tools or anything. A nice sturdy pair of scissors works great. Now these little things are flying all over my place, y'all. Of course. There we go. I'm also, like I said, going to frame out the window. I have not measured these yet, so I'm just cutting off the ends first of several sticks just so I have them ready to go. I cut that one already. Now, a lot of these are bowed a little bit, but I found that if you just glue them and put a little painter's tape or something on them, they do fairly well. You don't have to worry about them being a mess. But you can sort through it and, you know, find the flattest ones that you can find. And they work pretty good. So, let's get our door back out. this, it swings so much, but you see why I thought it was perfect for this kitchen door. Let me move all this stuff out of my way. And so now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to use a couple of them for over the door because it is, flush here. And the length of it. I don't have the length of these to... Oh, I don't think I put enough glue, y'all. I think I'm going to tape this door closed because it is quite a nuisance that it's swinging while I'm trying to... This is just wide painter's tape. I really like it because I can tear it to whatever size I need. So I'll just put one on the front and one on the back. And then I did not get, make sure y'all can see what I'm doing, enough glue down. So I'm going to add some more glue. Okay. That there. I really need some bigger clamps, I guess, that can fit over all of this. Let me grab one of my little glue scrapers so I can clean that up. Let's see. And of course, I'm so organized that I can't find anything, y'all. I put those away somewhere and don't know where. That's just great. Do y'all do that? Do you put things away and you forget where it's at? I'll tell y'all, I've lost one of my daughter's birthday presents. I ordered it so far ahead of time that I don't know what I did with it. So she's one birthday present short, although it wasn't anything just fancy or anything. But so I told her. I said, girl, I don't know what I did with it. So I just have these nice little scraper things. Now this is all going to be painted, so I'm not going to stress too much about a little glue. I can go back in and sand it some and get that excess glue off. I need this piece. I got to hold it down for a minute because it is bowed a little bit and not cooperating with me. But you see how quickly that glue holds. So it's super nice. Now I'm going to do the top one last because it will have the excess there to meet up to those edges. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do this other side. And then just to show you guys how they kind of go on there. Okay. And don't be like me when you finish with that glue and you just stand it up on its bottom, because that does defeat the purpose. So I try to make sure that I keep the top close by so that I'm not so lazy and ignore that I need the top. Because then you go to squeeze it out, and it is just like the bottle of the gold one. It's very thick, so it takes it a bit to get down to the tip to come out. So yeah, so I try to keep it upside down. All right, need a little piece of tape for that part. I do love painter's tape, y'all. It is so nice. And if I get this wide one, I can make it whatever size I need, so it's wide enough. All right, so we'll measure this. Let me get my, don't have my pencil. There's my pencil. Okay, and again, we'll just take the scissors and cut that. Don't throw away any bigger pieces that you cut, because you can use those for another project. They work nice. Okay. And if you still see some little edges and such, don't worry about it, because once you go to paint it, you know, that paint's going to seep down into your edges, so it'll be easy to hide some of those little imperfections. All right, get all that extra glue, because sometimes paint does not like to adhere to glue. Now, I will say, if you're staining something, watch your glue overage, because stain will not take the glue very, you know, it won't go into the glue. It'll be very noticeable. All right, let's see if I can get that a little flatter. Okay. So you can see kind of how it's going. I'm going to show you the trim on the window, and then that will be what we get done today. Because I know it's not exciting to watch glue dry and me cut trim. I am going to decide how I'm going to do the, that one's bowed too much for me to use, how I'm going to do the recess part of the next wall, and we'll do that one. I will show how I do the recess and how I get it, get the piano in there and everything. Come on. Push that down in there so that it's there. Good. Will stay. Now what I will do is, after this one dries, I will come back with a bigger piece that I'll probably just cut out of basswood and put in here for the little bit of a lip that I need for this, so it will kind of have a double piece of wood there. But I don't think it's going to be noticeable unless you're looking from underneath, and nobody should be looking from the underneath of our little window, right? All right, I think I got, oh, that's a little bowed there. So see, sometimes you just have to hold it down for a few minutes, or if it's a place you can clamp, then definitely clamp it. Because they do like to bow up some, especially when you add wet glue to it. So obviously that's an awkward spot where I cannot get a clamp or anything in. So we'll go from there. All right. I think that's in there pretty good. Let me see if I can find another flat one. This one is going to go on the side here. I think I'm going to do the other top first so that I can fit the side one in, because you know it'll be a little shorter because I'll have these in there too. All right, so we'll cut that down, and it flew away. But I do find them and put them in my little drawer that I keep all my extra wood and stuff in. So, okay. Now we'll stick that in there again. Oh, now that one fit much better than my last one. I don't know why. Okay. My extra glue off. Oh, it's being obnoxious, y'all. But see, this is what you see when there's no editing. It's messy and things don't always work. But that's kind of the fun part of it, you know, is trying to figure out if something doesn't work, what can I do next? How do I make it work? And you just have those make it work moments, you know. Like I said, I like Tim Gunn, and that was his favorite saying was, let's make it. And so my camera overheated and shut off. So I went ahead and finished up the trim on the door. I have trimmed out the inside of the window, but nothing else. There will be trim we'll do on the outside here, and then we'll figure out this shelf the next time. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the walls finished before we paint, so that way I only have to mix paint once. And I think that will ensure that my paints match completely throughout, because you know how that can be. I'm trying to make sure these are straight. They look pretty straight. These on the wall have trim around them. I don't think I'm going to put trim around those, just because it would be so fiddly to try to make really tiny trim like that. But you can see I've got my tape holding everything together. One thing to do is always like tear some tape off and put it on the side of your table so that if you need it, it's right there ready to go for you and you won't have to stress about it. I'm going to make some, you know, the little metal push thing, like when you push through a door. I'm going to use the outside of a tea light candle. I'm not going to do that. I'll show you on camera when I do that one. We'll do that next week. Then what we need to do, so for next time, what we're going to do, we're going to finish up this wall. We're going to make the shelf. We're going to put the shutters in, and we're going to make this little like windowsill, for lack of a better word for that. We're going to make that and see how that works out, and then get these shutters in. I do think, oh darn, I hadn't thought of this. So I may not put the shutters in until we paint, because those will have to be painted. So we may wait on that, but we will do this shelf, and we'll do this part, and we'll do the flashing for the door. You know, those little metal parts where you push a kitchen door. They have one right there. Ours will be silver though, probably. I don't think I have anything that color. So there, we've gotten started. So after we finish this wall, we're going to move on to this one, because this is our biggest wall. We've got 2 doors. We're going to recess this. So all I'm going to do is cut out this section. Then I will cut pieces of foam core, and we will make that an inset so everything looks really nice. I've got to figure out how to do the window part. I may have to just cut all the way down, and then, because I'm going to have to cut a hole in the recess, for lack of a better word, and figure that out. So probably what I'll do is make like a box, a partial box, and then we will cut the window out and then install it by gluing onto the sides here. I hope that makes sense. So there we go, friends. We are making a little bit of progress, hoping that we can get a lot of this done by October, so that we can switch gears, do granddaughter's little house real quick. I'm hoping that's a quick project, and then we'll be right back to Lucy. Hopefully start on the kitchen at that point in time. But here we go. We've made a little bit of progress. Please leave me your comments, any ideas you have down in the comments below. Don't forget to go and check out Marina videos. Let me get her full name again. Sorry, guys. Oh, I've lost it there. No, it won't go to her page. Marina Coates Mockingbird Lane. That's what it is. Make sure you go check out her channel. She's I believe an architect, and so she does renditions of these houses, and she tries to make them as clear as possible. And she also puts in that fourth wall. You know how where the cameras and everything are. She imagines what would be on that fourth wall, and she makes that fourth wall as well. And then she takes you all through the architectural computer rendition of that. Very cool. So go check her out. I will leave her channel linked in the bottom. Let me know what you think about our progress we made today. And if you have any ideas for what we should do next, just let me know. Talk to you soon, friends. Thank you. If you like how this is going, don't forget, friends, to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for watching.